Ica.
Iya, Pak.
General Assembly. Wah, ini bahaya nih. Bentar, saya di mana nih, Pak?
Kaprodi ngalih we ka ruangan abdi.
Nah. Oke. Dokter Didinya belum datang?
Iya, belum masuk ya
Belum.
akhirnya ya? Belum, Pak.
Oke. 3 menit lagi lah. Beliau
Ya,
pasti ada ini perhitungannya.
Ya, sudah dihubungi sama Anira, Pak.
Oke, very good.
Mahasiswa yang lainnya kok belum pada masuk nih, paling juga baru berapa orang, baru 10 orang.
Iya, Pak, lagi dihubungin lagi.
Iya.
Coba dikerahkan lagi, kan ini sebenarnya untuk beliau-beliau ya. Ini Pak Asep Sumpena termasuknya mahasiswa atau?
Mahasiswa S3.
Oh, S3.
Nih, Pak Henry baru berapa orang yang saya tahu?
Iya nih, Pak Henry, Muhammad Naufal ya, Saiful Anwar.
Paling juga ada baru tidak nyampe 10 orang.
Iya, wah ini jangan-jangan harus diulang nih.
Dokter Didi. Hello, Dr. Didi. I think you still unmute your...
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Hi there. Assalamualaikum
Hi.
wabarakatuh, everyone. I see Dr.
Waalaikumsalam
Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam
Everybody.
warahmatullahi
Yeah, I see so many people here. How are you, everyone? Yeah, Dr. Agus.
Hi,
Yes,
I am fine. How about you? I hope you are healthy.
I'm good. I'm good. Although in Singapore here, right, we have the
Okay.
ruling of 2-person. You know, when you want to go out, only 2-person can go out. That's it.
Dr. Didi, long
Yes.
time no see.
Oh yes, long time no see. Dr. Dian, how are you?
I'm fine.
Right. Please do get in touch with me on the WhatsApp, okay? Because I think our research, right?
Okay.
Some research and all that. Okay. I think we have received many respondents from the universities. Alright, from
Yes.
University Malaya, from UPI, and then I got several also from Taiwan and Korea and all that.
Okay.
No?
Maybe
So it's a
next
very
time
big research.
we must
Yeah.
discuss about that.
Yes, definitely. Please get in touch with me, okay? I know you are very, very busy, as with
Okay.
everyone here.
Thank you very much for your answer to me.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, Dr. Didi, I think we have
Yes,
to start this guest
Mhm,
lecture, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Aduh.
Okay, first of all, let me introduce myself. I am Syarifatun Nisa, and I will be the master of ceremony in this Studium General today. The Honorable Head of Sport Education Program, Professor Dr. Amung Makmun MPD or representative. The Honorable our guest lecturer, Dr. Didi Asale, PhD from Kawan University, Australia. The Honorable Lecturer of the Sport Education Study Program and all the participants of this Studium General. Welcome to the second Studium General Sport Education Study Program, School of Postgraduate, Universitas Pendidikan Indonesia with the theme of Gender Equity and Research Strengths in Pandemic COVID-19, What We Can Do. Ladies and gentlemen, first of all praise and thanks be to Allah Almighty for the abundance of grace and the joy that all of us can gather this meeting in the good health. And then, ladies and gentlemen, before we begin the event, please allow me to read the schedule for today. The event will begin with the welcoming speech and also opening this program officially from Head of Sport Education Program. But in this time, we will be opened by Dr. Agus Mahendra, MA, because Professor Amung unable to attend this meeting today. And the main session, we will have presentation from our guest lecturer, Dr. Didi Asale, PhD from Kawan University, Australia. This session will be guided by a moderator, Ms. Rita Anggorowati, and then the presentation will last for an hour and 30-minute question and answer session. Ladies and gentlemen, we will begin with the welcoming speech and also opening this program officially from Dr. Agus Mahendra, MA. To Dr. Agus, the time is yours.
Thank you very much, Miss Icha. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good afternoon, everyone. I hope everyone attending this meeting find himself or herself healthy and, of course, be blessed by the God virtues. Let me welcome you all to the Studium General being organized by the Sport Education Study Program of the Graduate School of UPI, Universitas Pendidikan Indonesia. My name is Agus Mahendra, one of the lecturer of the Faculty of Sport and Health Education, especially from elementary school PETE, who by luck and by destiny is assigned also as one of the lecturer in the graduate school for sport education study. I am now speaking on behalf of the head of sport education study program, Professor Dr. Haji Amung Makmun MPD, for he is not able to welcome you directly for this meeting. He unfortunately has to go to Jakarta all of a sudden this morning. So he politely sent you all his wishes and regards and extending his apology for not being able to attend and meet you in person. I'd like to take this opportunity to express my greatest gratitude to Dr. Didi Saleh for attending and especially for her willingness to always share her expertise and experiences for us here in Bandung, especially to our student of UPI. As you might know, Studium General was organized by the study program in order to answer the current situation that offers so much dilemmas to solve, both in the areas of academic necessity and in the personal concern regarding the physical health in the perspective of gender and as well as connected to the COVID-19 pandemic. I am sure that Dr. Didi is the right person to raise these issues, and everyone in this meeting, especially students who are facing the challenge of finishing their study, should be able to grab the optimum benefit for joining this lecture. I do hope everyone will be able to fully make use of this meeting and will come up with the important issue to be discussed with the distinguished speaker. Enjoy everyone and good luck for following up the event for your own academic standing and for your own advantages. Let me ask you to also recite Basmalah in order to open this meeting officially. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you very much for attending this meeting and also for Dr. Didi for your willingness always to help us. And billahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Dr. Agus Mahendra. Now we have come to the main session. In this session, we will have a presentation from Dr. Didi about impact and trends in exercise or sport research during the COVID-19 pandemic. This session will be guided by Ms. Rita Anggorawati as the moderator. Rita Anggorawati is the academic director and co-founder of Indonesia Creative Education, ICEI. To Ms. Rita, you may guide this session.
Okay, thank you very much, Yusija. Hopefully you can hear my voice clear.
Yes.
Yeah, of course, it's very clear.
Okay, thank you. So, Assalamualaikum, may peace be upon you. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Rita Anggorawati and I will be serving as your moderator this afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, as it was mentioned by the Master of Ceremony, I would like to once again welcome you to the second Studium General held by Sports Education Study Program, School of Postgraduate Universitas Pendidikan Indonesia. The topic of today is gender equity and research plans in COVID-19 pandemic, what we can do. This is actually the second session of the last Studium General, which was held earlier 2 weeks ago with Professor Van Hong. Today, Dr. Didi Astel from Edith Cowan University, Australia, will be sharing with us this afternoon. We will use English as the medium of language. Ladies and gentlemen, before we continue to the presentation, allow me to introduce our honored keynote speaker, Dr. Didi Astel from Edith Cowan University, Australia. She is the regional head RAAN ECU and adjunct senior lecturer, international collaboration at Edith Cowan University, Australia. She is an international multi-award winning celebrity exercise psychologist, nutritionist, TEDx speaker, and talk show host, a Golden Key Honor Society scholar. Her research on obesity was chosen for its impact on obesity in Asia and Honor Society scholar. Its impact on obesity in Asia was accepted and presented at the President's Cup Award, American College of Sport Medicine, Northwest Annual Meeting, ambassador to brands like Reebok, Norwegian Seafood Council. Dr. Didi has several signature communities crossing countries fitness research programs to her name, Fat to Fit Asia and walking football for health. Her research interests include high-intensity exercise, obesity, metabolic health, and weight management, and walking football. This media darling conducts synergy on community, corporate, health, and research collaboration internationally. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to have 60 minutes of her presentation and then followed by 30 minutes of question and answer session. So without further ado, I would like to invite Dr. Didi to present your presentation. Good afternoon, Dr. Didi.
Good afternoon, Rita. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much, everyone. Okay. First of all, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam
warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay. All right. First of all, I would like to thank you very much. Okay, to the Honorable Professor Agus Mahendra, and also because please send my very best regards. Okay, to Professor Dr. Amung Makmun as well. And then, and also, I would like to congratulate the Studium General for a very great initiative in bringing forward issues, the current issues, and especially in terms of COVID. That's what I think the global is facing now. So this is a very exciting opportunity for me, and I really thank you very, very much for inviting me to share the little knowledge that I have, okay, to everyone over here. And I think I would also like to say thank you to the organizing committee as well, all the professors and lecturers, and then all the students as well. And I think I have the name here as Professor Dr. Shihabuddin as well. Yes. And I see Anira too, right? Because Anira is, linking me with regards to this presentation as well for many, many weeks. So again, thank you very much, Dr. Agus, very much, okay, and Dr. Dian as well, and many of everyone that I meet when I went to UPI, isn't it? Right. So again, this is very exciting. At least, we have not gone out of our countries for the last almost 2 years, isn't it? So we don't really know when we are able to, for you all to come over here or for me to go over there, so this is a good medium for us to be on Zoom and all that. So that's what we are going to talk today. All right. The changes, the impact and the research on exercise and sports during this COVID-19 pandemic times. Okay, so I'm going to share with you the screen. Okay, hang on. Let me know if you can see it, okay? Okay, can everyone see it?
Yes, very clear.
Yes, we can.
Thank you very much. Okay. Okay, I will probably, like in the middle of it all, okay, I will probably be a little bit more interactive. I'll probably ask a little bit of questions, okay, what's happening over in Bandung, so for us to share, because I'm going to share a little bit of what's happening over here and in some parts of the other world, okay? All right, okay, my name is Didi, everyone. Pleased to meet you all. And okay, so this is the title of my presentation today, Impact and Trends in Exercise Sports Research during COVID-19 pandemic. Okay, Miss Rita has read a little bit of my profile, so I'm very visual on all the social media. So whenever you forget me, just Google Didi. Okay, all right. And of course, before we even talk about what's happening with our research and all that in exercise and sports, I think we got to lay down basically what happens to us, what hits us in 2019, all right, and then goes on into 2020 and right now into 2021, right? So COVID-19, so it was first identified, okay, in China. Let me see. All right. In Wuhan, China, and it caused clusters of respiratory illnesses. And if everyone remembers, I remember it very clearly. All right, all of us were in a panic mode, isn't it? We were watching television, all right, seeing Wuhan being locked down and all that, and we are thinking that it's so far away. It's all across in China. so it wouldn't hit us, and right now, especially last year and this year, we suddenly realize that, wow, this is happening to us and we are being locked down as well, right? So okay, it is a highly transmittable viral infection caused by virus known as SARS-CoV-2. And then its genomic analysis revealed that it is genetically related to the SARS outbreak that infected us, several years ago. Now, SARS was also, hit us. Many people died from that. And, although right now, COVID-19, of course, in terms of the numbers of death, there's many, but, there are still good progress in terms of getting well over it and all that, but the main thing is for all of us, individually and as a community, to prevent everyone, including us and our families, from getting it, you see, right? So, well, within the span of 3 months, okay, from that findings of the Wuhan, the virus in Wuhan, China, okay, within the span of 3 months, and then the World Health Organization has declared COVID-19 as pandemic. Just in 3 months, okay, it has been declared a pandemic, which is very alarming. All right. So, I think I would like to take this opportunity also to remind us what we need to do and all that. So at least we don't forget, right? We don't forget. So again, these are the serious COVID-19 symptoms that require immediate medical care. All right. So these are all the things. I had a friend who had COVID-19. He had COVID-19 last year. All right. So it's already a year for him to recover. But why I'm sharing this is because he is actually still on a wheelchair and he has still difficulty breathing. And he is young. He's not having any other medical conditions and all that. But that is the extent of the COVID-19 disease. You see, so it is very, very important, for us to realize that, prevention is better than cure, right? So these are the common symptoms and all that. Fever and cough and tiredness and all that. It is a must, right? In Indonesia, in UPI, in Bandung, to actually take temperature wherever you go. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's true, right? So it's
Yeah.
the same thing too. I think this is the new normal, as they say. So right now, everyone is so afraid of going to the doctor because they get swabbed, right? Right. So even though you have the throat pain or something, you have a sore throat, and then you're very afraid to go to the doctor because that's considered one of the common symptoms of COVID. So it's really worrying. So right now I think the best is to keep us healthy, and that's where we all of us as the practitioners in exercise and sports, that's what we are trying to do to keep ourselves and our community healthy. All right, now I would like to share with you. This is just a couple of days ago, an update on the virus. Okay, it has developed, as we all know, the COVID-19 virus has developed since last year until right now, and we all know that even right now it's more dangerous than ever, isn't it? It's more potent than ever because of the variants. The B16, B17, which is called the variants. Okay, so can you see this actually? Everyone, can you see this?
The video?
Can you see
No,
this?
no, we
But not-
can't
Not yet.
see.
Not yet.
Not yet, is it? Okay, so I'm going to go out, and then after that, I'm going to share this on the platform. Hang on, yeah. Okay. Okay, I'm going to share it. It's very strange, Okay, there you go. All right. Now you can see it, right? Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, I'm gonna play this. Now this one is the updates on the variant, the development of the COVID-19 virus, and then how, okay, how it also tells us that sometimes when we take vaccination, and many people are saying that, oh, vaccination is only applicable to the earlier variant. So if you take the vaccination, if you have the new variant, it wouldn't be effective and all that. So I think this is a very good video from WHO for us to listen to. Okay. All right. Let's take a listen. Oh, what happened?
Okay, so definitely really sorry, but you need to check the box before you share screen.
What again,
Can you
Arita?
see- Okay, can you see the box underneath? So probably on your left side before you share screen. So you need to share the sound, the computer sound.
Wait, hang
So
on.
if-
Hang on.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
try to share screen and then check
And
the
then
box.
share sound, is it? Okay, hang on. Okay. Is it possible for you to actually share it from I don't know why, but I sent Anira my presentation slides, right?
Okay,
Is it
so
possible for you to
probably,
share it from yours? And
yeah,
then
okay,
I
wait.
also
So
change.
Anira, could you share that with us?
Yes, I can share.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so I'm going
Thank
to
you.
unshare mine so you can share yours, and then I'm going to tell you to just change screen. Is it possible? It's much easier that way.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
okay. It's very
All right.
okay.
Okay, so, okay.
Okay, while we're waiting for Anira to actually share the screen. Okay, so we realize that the virus has actually changed over the many months that until this point, and I think it's very worrying, right? Because there's a new virus and all that, right? The variant, they call it the variant. Okay, all right, now we are here. Okay, all right, so click on that. Yes.
Okay, just give me a sec.
Variants of concern, variants of interest, mutations, double or triple mutations. What does that mean? And hello and welcome to Vancouver Cove. Maria, give us an update on the variants.
COVID-19 is evolving. This is natural evolution, and the virus is.
Okay, can everyone see this?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, thank you, Anira.
When you hear about variants, variants of concern, variants of interest, mutations, double or triple mutations, what does that mean? And what action does the public need to take to protect themselves? Hello and welcome to Science in 5. I'm Vismita Gupta-Smith. Giving us an update on variants today is Dr. Maria Van Kerkhove. Maria, give us an update on the variants that are circulating right now.
Thanks for having me back. There are several virus variants that WHO is tracking around the world. The SARS-CoV-2 virus, the virus that causes COVID-19, is evolving. This is natural evolution, and the virus is expected to change the more the virus circulates around. Currently, there are 4 variants of concern that WHO is tracking around the world. The B.1.1.7, which was first identified in the United Kingdom, the B.1.351, which was first identified in South Africa, the P1 variant, which was first identified in Japan from travelers from Brazil, and now we've recently classified the B.1.617, which is first identified in India. Now, it's really important that you look at the latest information from WHO because this is a fast-changing situation. The latest information we have on all of our variants of interest and variants of concern that we are tracking are released on our website in our weekly epidemiologic sitrep.
Maria, how does WHO classify a variant as a variant of interest or a variant of concern?
Variants of interest have properties, have mutations that have been identified that need further study. Variants of concern have demonstrated changes. For example, you may have increased transmissibility, there may be a change in disease presentation or severity, or there may be a change in our ability to control the virus with public health and social measures, or the use of diagnostics, therapeutics, and vaccines. So the recent variant of concern, the B1617, for example, has demonstrated increased transmissibility, and this is why this has been classified as a variant of concern. So you'll notice when I said a variant of concern, I named it by a number, for example, B1617, and I didn't call it a country name variant. It's really important that we don't do that. We don't say country X variant, because that really adds a stigma associated with these variants. And it's important that surveillance is occurring around the world and we detect these variants very quickly. The information is shared so that it can be analyzed so that we understand the potential implications once they are identified.
What does this mean for the public?
It means that we need to do everything that we can to prevent infections and reduce the spread of the SARS-CoV-2 virus, whether it's a virus variant, a variant of interest, or a variant of concern or not. The SARS-CoV-2 virus can infect us and it can spread between people. So it means take all of the measures that you can to reduce your exposure and the possibility of you getting infected. It means physical distancing, avoiding crowded spaces, spending more time outdoors than indoors. If you are indoors, make sure that there's good ventilation. It's about having clean hands and wearing a mask properly over your nose and your mouth, practicing respiratory etiquette, being well informed, and no matter what you do, know what your risk is and take steps to lower your risk. And lastly, when it's your turn, get vaccinated. There are many studies underway studying the properties of each of these variants of concern in terms of transmissibility, severity, and impact on diagnostics, therapeutics, and vaccines. So far, from the information that we have, from the studies that are underway, and the results that are available, the public health and social measures, the diagnostics, therapeutics, and vaccines do work against these virus variants. We are learning every day, and as soon as we have more information, we will share this with you.
Thank you, Maria. That was Dr. Maria Van Kerkhove giving us an update on virus variants. Until next time then, stay safe, stay healthy, and stick with science.
Thank you, Anira. All right, so let's go to the next slide. I was thinking that must be shared because that is the directives from WHO, and I think it is very important for all of us wherever we are in the world today to get the most recent, the most updated information, especially from WHO on with regards to COVID-19, right? So as was mentioned just now, all right, there are the four variants that is actually very rampant, okay, that is very active now, okay, and worrying, I think, the world. And I think especially the last one, okay, the B1617.2, okay, and right now I think the last couple of days it has been mentioned that the variants are already called A, B, G, and D. So the variant from UK is called A, variant from South Africa is called B, and Brazil is called.
Hello, good evening, good afternoon, good morning to everyone joining us today in our weekly live Q&A about COVID-19.
Anira,
today, I'm very pleased to be joined again by Dr. Mike Ryan and Dr. Maria Van Kerkhove. We'll be talking about the COVID-19.
Okay, still running. I'm sorry, my YouTube still running.
Oh, no problem. I think I see a black color box on top. Why is that so? Or am I the only one who's seeing this?
No, I see that too. So, Anira, so probably that is the sound
okay.
from your computer, is that?
There you go.
Okay.
Nice. Okay.
Now it's okay.
Thank you. Right. I think we have to be really thankful for all the technical things that Anira and Rita is helping us with, isn't it? It is so wonderful that now we have all this, that we can actually use for us to give out information and education, right, all over the world. Okay, so as I was saying, the variants right now, okay, remember not to call it their country, okay, but to call it A, B, G, and D. And remember at the bottom here, they said it will not be given the letters to reflect the order of detection. It means, okay, maybe A was detected first and then B detected, second, and all those kind of things, right? So remember to do that, okay? So again, I wanted to ask you, okay, everyone over in UPI, okay, listening to this presentation, all right, okay, I think since last year, I give you an example. Singapore has gone into lockdown, total lockdown, where nobody can go out, you know, and only one person can go out and exercise. And even today, all right, even until we have actually gone to phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, you know, where the numbers become much better. We get much better in terms of number, you know, the numbers of community COVID cases and all that. So we actually open up the door, you know, for the economy to work, you know, so we can go shopping and go eating and all that. And the last week, actually the last 3 weeks, we have actually been kept on lockdown again, where only 2 persons can go out, you know, I think. And this is due to the variant, you know, the variant D, okay, rampantly in Singapore, you know. And only yesterday, so you everyone here has the newest news, okay, about Singapore. We just found out that, oh yeah, now our government said that, okay, next week on the 14th we can actually go back to five to go out, and then but we still cannot eat outside. That means you cannot dine outside. How is the situation over in OP and Bandung and all that? Can someone tell me right now?
Well, actually, yesterday in Indonesia, we are raising up into 9,000 new cases all over Indonesia. Just yesterday. So it's quite high, actually. But we don't have the lockdown anymore. Probably some of the areas will go back. So it depends on the major or probably the governor of the city. So who has the problem? But then we don't have the lockdown anymore. But some like OP, sometimes when we found new cases, probably the leader will take the action, but it's going to be local. So that's what happened in Indonesia.
Okay. So that means what they are trying to do is localize the whole thing, because that's what's happening with Singapore. The next week onwards, what we are going to do is that we're going to see like local, because most of the time we would lock down the whole country, you know. So from next week onwards, what they're going to do is that they're just going to lock down maybe certain malls or certain areas if that things happen over there. So again, we are evolving, right? We would say. Okay, can we have the next slide, please? Thank you very much for sharing that. Okay. Right. So can we actually press on the link over here? I just want to share with you guys. Okay. I heard that Indonesia is like about 9,000, isn't it? And I think Malaysia is also facing a very big number as well, right? And I think they are also going under lockdown and all that, right? So let's go. Okay. Look at this. Globally, as of 4 p.m. 10 June, right now, okay, it has you know, confirmed cases. You see, so the numbers of confirmed cases, wow, that's a lot there. Okay, reported by WHO as of 9 June. Okay, and then if you notice, right, as of 9 June, these numbers are has been vaccinated. And right now, I think what they are trying to do is get as many people as possible to be vaccinated. And that's how we are going to live in this world, isn't it? So what everyone is saying from all the researchers and all that is that COVID is yet to go away for good, right? We cannot find a cure as yet, you know, because the virus keep mutating and all that. So we just need to live with it, but how best we can live with it, you know? So again, like travels are being locked down and all that. So again, how does that impact for all of us trying to be healthy and play sports as well? Because we know that physical activity and sports are very important to keep us healthy, and also not only physically healthy, but also mentally healthy as well, right? Yeah. So can we go to the next slide? Thank you, Anira. Okay. So all right. So we'll just go to that. Yep. Is it clickable?
Yeah, wait a minute.
Yeah. All right. So if you go all the way down, okay, there you go, Indonesia. Yeah, I was just showing Indonesia. Okay, at the bottom, there you go. That's your number of cases, and then the recovered, and then deaths, right? And then, yeah, if you can scroll up as well, this is about Indonesia here. All right, scroll down. Okay, because I think they will show the tests, right? You guys are going through tests and vaccination, right? As well, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so again, the numbers are up, as we can see. All right, this is like about a week, almost about a week ago, right? And then so bring it up again, and then we'll see the vaccination as well. Yeah, there you go. So I think everywhere, I think initially US has a very high number and all that, but then I think they vaccinate most of their people and all that, and then their numbers go down. So I think that's where I think the governments all over the world is trying to do and all that. And I think us as individuals and community, all right, we actually have to do our part as well. And again, I think people in the exercise community, exercise science community, needs to push out important care about ourselves and our community and all that. Can we go to the next slide? Thank you. Okay, I'm just giving you a little bit of background and all that, so we all. Okay. All right. So I think this one is a little bit of self-explanatory. All right. Regarding the vaccines, training your immune system, using a harmless form of virus and all that. So this is a little bit about vaccination and all that. So I think Anira, if anyone wants the slides, please do share with them so that they can actually look into this really closely and all that.
Yeah,
Right?
I already shared it actually.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, so okay, very nice. So I think what we are trying to do is, what we are trying to do with ourselves, our body, is to get our body to remember, the immune, the virus and all that, so that we have immune memory. So in the future, if we meet a real virus in the future, right? After us getting the vaccination, our immune system will respond really faster and more effectively to prevent the infection. So that's why I think we need the long-term immunity. That's why we need to vaccinate. How's the vaccination like in UPI particularly? Is everyone going for vaccine and all that?
Yeah, actually, we all have a vaccination, I think, in
Twice already?
Indonesia. Yeah, it's twice already.
Wow, so you guys are Superman and Superwoman.
I hope so.
Okay, let's go to the next one. All right. Okay, so again, this is just I think a little bit of as usual, safe distancing. Okay, how do we protect ourselves? I think because we know that the droplets, right, of the droplets is the one that goes to surfaces, and then when we touch it, and then we touch our nose and mouth and all that, so it gets into our eyes and everything. So that's how it spreads. And then they also say it's droplets in the air. So that's why safe distancing. I mean, this is a very strange time where we are encouraged not to be close to each other. Even Lebaran, right? How was Lebaran for everyone? I mean, did everyone travel out? Did everyone travel out?
No.
Not at all?
No.
We cannot. We cannot.
We can go to hometowns.
Oh, you can't go on
We
hometown.
cannot.
Can you go to
Yeah.
your neighbor's house and all that? Can you go to your neighbor's house and your mom's house and all that across the street or
No.
kampong or something? No? No?
No.
Okay. Singapore too. Okay, we now it's still Lebaran, right? Until 13. Yes? Until 13 of June. Okay, but we have this rule that says that everyone, please do not travel out. If you want to travel out, you can only go 2 houses per day, and only 2 person can go out to that 2 houses per day. So at the end of it, I think we were thinking like we have many relatives. I don't think we can finish Jalan Hari Raya, Jalan Lebaran, yeah. So so again, this is a strange time. So that's why, in terms of sports and exercise and all that, I think we noted that most of our sports, right, in terms of group sports and all that, I think requires a lot of contact, right? Okay, particularly football, rugby particularly, All right, and then after that, so all these when we talk about contact and all that, it's not allowed at this point of time. So the sports industry and the exercise, for all of us who exercise in the gym is actually locked down right now. How is it over in Indonesia? Is it locked down?
No, it's still open, I think.
Oh, you guys are so lucky. Okay, so I'm like thinking, no, all of us are in exercise science and sports science, and we can't go to the gym. So that's a very strange, right, things to do. So again, okay, everyone, okay, just reminding everyone to sanitize and wash hands and all that. Okay, I'm just doing this as a public service as well, public message service, okay, to remind all of us. Okay, let's go, everyone. The next slide. Okay, and then this one everyone knows. I'm just putting this out because we know that we need to be healthy in terms of physical, mental, and social well-being. And then for all of us who has medical conditions, we need to be more vigilant about taking care of our health, because we know that people with COVID-19, especially with those underlying medical conditions, would actually experience difficulties in recovering, right? Because they have already high blood pressure, diabetes and all that, right? Yeah, so I think we have to be really wary about that. So that's why I'm asking you, okay? Because we need to be healthy. We all know that we need to exercise, right? We need to play sports. So how is it right now? So we can't go out. I mean, in terms of Singapore and some of the countries, we can't go out into the gym. And then for those of you who are trainers, right? You can't train your client face to face. So you got to go on Zoom, isn't it? Right? So how do you train your client to be healthy? Go on Zoom. It's a little bit difficult, isn't it? Right? So because you need to tell them how to move and all that. So that's one of the challenges that we are looking at. Okay, next one. Okay, this one I'm just sharing it with you. Okay, so we all know that in terms of health and fitness, we do have quality of life. Now, added into that, the COVID-19 situation, we still need our health, we still need our fitness, because these are all the things that we need, the cardiovascular and all that, right? So how do we do that? Okay, so next slide. There you go. This is the slide that we are all waiting for. Okay, immunity and sports. Okay, right now, when we're talking about exercise, right? So at this point of time, we are not encouraged to exercise like high intensity exercises, right? I think most of us know that. Okay, although, okay, because of the fact that when we do high intensity exercise, several researches which I'm going to share with you has shown that the droplets, okay, when we don't wear our mask and all that, travels many further distance, right? And then stays in the air longer and all that, so that actually also is a challenge. That's one. And then another thing is that when we talk about the J, this is, if you notice, this is the J curve, right? The J curve. All right, this is they call it the sweet spot, like in terms of before COVID, we can actually do moderate levels of exercise or high intensity exercise, no problem. All right, we know that moderate levels of exercise can boost overall immunity, right? In many of the studies, okay, just a few of the studies I'm just going to quote, like Pedersen and colleagues, in their 1996 1996 research, okay, on immunity in athletes. Okay, it has shown that, all right, moderate levels of exercise, okay, in hang on, okay, and then also Brenner and colleagues also, when they are studying infection in athletes, okay, in 1994, has shown that moderate levels of exercise can boost overall immunity, and then again in 2016, there's a study from Walsh and Oliver. Okay, 2016 study. This is a good study actually. All right, exercise, immune function, and respiratory infection. Okay, they study on the update on the influence of training and environmental stress. So it has shown that moderate levels of exercise can boost overall immunity. All right, but then when we're talking about moderate levels of exercise, sometimes, you know, like for people who wants to lose weight and all that, okay, they do the moderate levels of exercise, right? They tend to drag it into a longer time, right? Say maybe if they run, you know, they run longer. All right, if they exercise longer, although at the moderate levels of exercise. Now, intensive and prolonged, okay, even moderate levels of exercise sometimes can affect your immunity. All right, right now is in the COVID situation, we have to be very careful about what type of exercise you do and how long the exercise you do. Okay, because researchers, okay, on intensive and prolonged, okay, exercise, that means intensive, like high intensity and very long time in exercising, has been linked to an open window of impaired community. That means once you do your high intensity exercise on a long period of time, all right, so studies by Neiman and Pedersen, okay, has shown that, okay, exercise and immune function are affected. See, and then again also, all right, McKinnon, okay, in their uh, um, uh, in their immunity in athletes, which they studied, okay, actually showed that, okay, prolonged effect of exercise, okay, prolonged time, the longer time you exercise, all right, and then the higher intensity of exercise, okay, so that means you have an open window whereby your immunity becomes lower. We know that, okay. Everyone, can just answer me, okay? How many of us, I mean, we all know, if we have high intensity exercise, how many hours do we need to recover from our high intensity exercise on a normal day? Okay, moderate levels, normally it takes about 24 hours, right?
Yeah, but 1 day.
Yeah, about 1 day. Very good. Okay, what about high intensity exercise? A window period of how long?
I think 2 days or two until 3 days.
Yes, correct. Okay, up to 72 hours. All right, even up to 72 hours. So just imagine in this time of COVID, so we have to be very, very careful about, okay, exercise is for being healthy, but we also have to be careful that we don't exercise that long, that period, okay, and that we don't have enough recovery period. And then also it is not encouraged right now to actually have high intensity exercise at the moment, because of the fact of the fact that we actually bring down our immunity level. So that's a sweet spot there. So you see the J curve, you need to do moderate intensity exercise, all right, and then average, okay, average, all right, and then there you have a sweet spot of being of a good immunity. You see, so again, for those of us who are actually practicing high intensity exercise, please rethink. All right, please rethink about changing it to a little bit of more moderate intensity exercise. And then again, for those of us who are doing long time marathons and all that, you have to really think about, rethink about how you are going to, incorporate that, so that your immunity function is not compromised. Yeah. Okay, so okay, let's go to our next slide, if you don't mind. Okay, so right now, right, if you notice, right, look at the guy playing football there. All right, so if you notice, this is the way how the COVID-19, right, immunity affects our immunity, how it all affects our community, the healing system, how it affects, and then if you're doing exercise on a high intensity and all that, so how it affects us. Right now at the moment, right, our focus, right, is not whether these infections hamper athletic performance. Before COVID, we are always concerned when we are training our athletes, we are always concerned about, like, oh, how their performance can be improved, how not to decrease their performance level, how not to impair their performance level. But right now with this COVID, right, what we need to think about is not whether these infections, okay, affect athletic performance, but okay, but in the assessing of the risk that they are getting. So, you know, it is important they are not in high risk getting this COVID-19. So they have to make sure that the training environment is safe and they are not putting themselves at risk so that their immunity goes down. Okay, so that's the thing at the moment that even WHO, all the CDCs, even the Ministry of Health in Singapore and all over the world are actually concentrating on, is for everyone not falling sick and to use exercise as a mean of increasing the immunity so that we can you know, be healthy and then do the things that we need to do and not fall sick. All right, so okay, next one please. Okay, so again, this one, my question is, right, oops, okay, at the top of the screen. Okay, I'm trying to get us. Okay, community health development through sport. So, okay, my question is, okay, if anyone wants to answer, okay, community health development through sport. Okay, when we do exercise and all that, all right, we are trying to help our community get healthier, right? So how is it right now that you know, of course, you know, when we exercise in sports and all that. So how do you get our community, you know, healthier through sports now that we cannot, you know, in contact with each other, 3 meters space distancing, you know, we cannot touch each other, we cannot be in contact and all that. Okay, any answers? Anyone wants to give me an answer? Try to give me an answer, someone. Go.
Can you repeat the question again? I'm sorry.
Okay, my question is this. Okay, we know that we need to keep ourselves and our community healthy through exercise, and then through exercise and sports, right?
Yeah.
But right now, with how do we keep our community healthy, you know, in terms of their health? Because right now we have this safe distancing, you know, we cannot be in contact with people, you know, so we got to stay 3 meters apart, you know, and then how do we keep our community healthy in terms of sport, you know, through sport and exercise during our COVID-19 times?
I think, in my opinion, we can do just exercise or sport in our home, because there are so many type of sport that we can do at home with our weight of body to be weight, something like that, like core training, or maybe aerobic with YouTube. Just no need to a big space. Just do it at home. It can be a solution for this condition.
Yes, that one is actually individual, right? So how do you
Yes.
get your community, you know, get healthier with you?
I think I can bring, maybe invite the community. Maybe we can do by online, like you always did. You know, I always see your post in Instagram, and you and I really like, wow, I think you are so amazing, because you every day you're doing sport with everyone by online. I know that it's really hard, because in this time we also had a lecture with practical sport in UPI, and it's just really challenges for us to explain the practical in sport. So maybe, yeah, we can do it by online.
Yes, that's true. That's true. And thank you very much for
Yeah.
following my IG and you know, my social media and all that. You know, so I think that is when we see about it, right? Right now we got to be individual. It's like the right now when we're talking about sports, is the I sports. It's always I. You know, we
Yeah.
used to say it's we as a community. We come together as a community. Right now it's I, isn't it?
Yes. Yes.
But we can also do it as we community, you know. So that's I think that's an excellent thing that you mentioned, that okay, apart from keeping ourselves healthy, we can actually engage everybody through online platforms and all that, right?
Yeah.
So that's amazing. I think that's the only way we can actually keep, you know, our mind sane, you know, like okay, one of the other things that is worrying at the moment, right now, the biggest one of the biggest you know, how should I say, one of the biggest one of the most interesting researchers are into mental development, because you know, UK particularly has found that many people in UK is suffering from you know, very depression, particularly because they are cooped up in the home and they are not going out to do sports and all that, you know. So that is one of the worrying trends of the COVID-19 pandemic at the moment, right? So we'll go into that in a short while. Okay, can we go into the next slide, please? Okay, so again, we know that sport has the power to change the world, right? That's what Mandela says, all right, for being together and all that. But, okay, let's go to the next screen. But, there you go. All right, sport is a global phenomenon, okay? It changes. People comes together because of sport. But right now, people also, do they come together for COVID-19? Yeah, they come together to fight COVID-19. But in order to come together to fight COVID-19, they have to stay away from each other. You know, so sport and COVID-19 is actually a global phenomenon at the moment. You know, so the irony of it, yeah. Okay, itu yang tidak pernah difikirkan kan, selalunya sports, right? Sports ataupun sukan ataupun olahraga difikirkan sebagai satu fenomenon dunia. Tapi sekarang COVID-19 juga menjadi satu fenomenon dunia, menjauhkan kita daripada orang-orang yang kita sayang, tetapi mendekatkan kita supaya kita tidak mendapat COVID-19, ya. Jadi kita fight the virus together.
Yes.
So very interesting, you know, if you notice, right, the irony of it. Okay, so let's go to the next screen. Okay, so right now, again, sport development, when we come together, all right, or is it a virus spreader? So that's the you know, whether you want to do sports but you can't come together in physical, so you need to do it on Zoom platform and online. So okay, so being that, okay, let me ask you, what are the new industry that comes out from this COVID? Right now that everybody is staying online and all that, what is the industry that's coming out now that we cannot train outside, right? So what is the new industry that's coming out? Can anyone give a guess? Anyone wants
Everything
to give?
online.
Yes, online is good. And then another thing, esports, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so everything is esports, you know. So everything is esports. Okay, let's go to the other slides. Okay, unfortunately, right, postponement of major sports events. So I think somehow that affects the economy as well, you know. So these are the biggest, you know, thing that's being pushed. Of course, there are certain camps that says, oh, please, you know, Olympics needs to go on and all that. But then I think the villages in Japan, okay, refuse to get, you know, the athletes to come in and all that, right? So you know, initially it was postponed, but then, you know, they put it up and all that. So there was a lot of shifts and all that, right? So COVID-19 world is a very unstable world, basically. So I think we need to adapt to the development of the disease. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, so again, this one, again, I think this is the one that we need to think about. We simply do not yet know what sport will look like following the pandemic. Okay, because although it's been a year, okay, there is still very early evidence, right, to suggest the virus that caused the pandemic is likely to become a regular fixture in life from this point forward. So that's why I think what Indonesia is doing, okay, is pretty good in the sense that, you know, everything is localized. You know, they don't lock down the whole country, you know, so you are, you know, locking down just certain parts and all that. And I think Singapore is following what I think Indonesia is doing, you know, in localizing our lockdown and all that, you know. So okay, let's go to the next slide, please. Okay, just sharing, you know, what happens to Walking Football for Health Asia. So you know, part of the research I'm actually doing right now is about you know, Walking Football for Health development during the COVID-19. All right, so let's go to the next slide. Okay, just sharing with you. If you notice this, right? Galak lebih ramai jadi aktif. Okay, now walking football for health in Singapore. All right. Initially we could play, the last year before COVID-19, right? Last year, we could play in big groups. Okay, the groups can be as big as 30 people or even 40 people. We can play together. But then last year when we had the COVID-19, all right, we actually had to play only 5 versus 5. Right, so can we go to the next slide and see whether you want to show click on the bottom. Oops. Okay, now this is what's happening. Just go to the middle of just go to the middle. I just want to show you what we are doing right now with the walking footballers. All right, just click on the middle. Yeah, just click anything on the middle. All right, just let it play. All right, this is what all right, this is what we are all doing. So everyone, we are actually playing walking football in our home.
Ready? Okay,
All right, so what we are trying to do right here is actually doing the squats. Okay, strengthening our squats, our quadriceps, yeah, so that we can kick our ball and everything. There you go. All right, then we are actually trying to make our body stronger with some strengthening movements and all that. Okay, coordination movements and all that. So I'm just showing you a snippet, okay, of what's happening with walking football right now. Yay! Okay, so we can off that.
Good job.
All right. Okay, you guys can go and see this on the YouTube. All right, where we have like everybody from all over the world actually tuning in. So can you imagine, from being able to play 30 packs, we actually that time we were on lockdown, and then we actually only got to go online like that, and then we actually dribble the ball online and stuff like that. So that's all we can do. And then after that, the government actually locked it down further from not being able to play, and then after that it went up. Okay, we were able to play 5 versus 5, and then later on, okay, right now actually we can only play 1 versus 1 outside. So you you cannot actually play walking football. So it's actually like, I play just sepak sepak bola.
Just passing, I think. Yes.
Yeah, I'm just bouncing the ball to you. That's all I can play. So it is very, very strange. It's very strange what's happening to even walking football. And I'm actually doing a research at the moment on the development of walking football throughout COVID and all that. So that will be pretty exciting, because I think that one was also featured on the Asian Journal for Sports and Peace Development, right? Remember the other time? Yeah. So I think once this thing came out, I think I would be able to share, during the COVID times. Okay, can we go to the next slide? All right. So again, what I'm trying to show you here is the 2020 International Day of Sport. Can you remember what you were doing last year during the International Day of Sport for Development and Peace, everyone? Where were you? Were you outside or indoors?
I think we were outside.
Okay, that was, I think, in June, last year. I think almost the same time as this year, right? I think most of the world, like, at that point of time, I think was very afraid of COVID. I think most of them were doing a lot of things indoors, So we had like the online coming on and all that, right? Can you remember that?
Yeah. We are do ISDP, right?
Yes.
ISDP in virtual.
Yes, the virtual. Yes. So, okay, next slide, please. Okay, this one I think everyone can view it, because if you want to just click on it, I'll just show everyone so that you guys can view it at your own time, because this is quite a long video. It shows the development of how Singapore is trying to show the trends of looking after ourselves when we exercise in the gym, what we need to do, and then also walking football, what we need to do and all that, you know. So yeah, so just click on the play. Right, there you go.
Waktu CV, kebanyakan macam aktiviti kita tak boleh buat kan. Dengan sekarang phase 2 kita dapatkan more freedom .
Banyak kelonggaran di mana kita boleh berada dengan family dan dengan kawan-kawan lah. Jadi banyak beza.
Right, and then you notice
kalau beramai-ramai, ya, semarak dia tu, motivasi dia tu lagi memberangsangkan. Pasal kita akan sokong antara satu sama lain.
Pasal kedua, the park dah buka kan, jauh sikit bila hari anak tu. Dan dalam masa yang sama, I can do my stretching and some workout dekat taman tu lah.
Okay.
Pakar kesihatan Dr. Didi Mahmud serta anak buahnya kini menarik.
Alright, you guys can go and watch this later. Okay, if you notice, right, the lady actually mentioned, she said that, at this moment when we are exercising, okay, it's virtual. So it is actually very difficult. You know, like later on in the show, right? You will say that some people, the lady will say that it's actually very difficult because of motivation, right? Because of motivation, when you exercise together, face to face, the motivation is different. When you exercise at home alone, and the other person is on virtual, okay, it's very difficult to get motivated. As with real life, real time, you know, face to face. So that's the thing that is you know, a very big challenge. Now I think I want you to take a look at this, everyone. Okay. Right. If you notice, right. Okay. This is a very, according to sports medicine research during this COVID-19, right? These are the ones, if you notice on the right side here, home-based exercise. These are the researchers that's very popular at the moment. Okay, home-based exercise, tele-exercise, you know, on the telephone, mobile, virtual platforms, and then reality and exercise games, you know. Esports, okay, I think they missed out that one, esports over here, and then bioinformatics and biobanks, you know. So these are the things, you see, consoles and devices and all that. So these are the things that we are the sports medicine research are going into at this point of time. And then also another big research that's that's trending at the moment is into the research of health and well-being. You know how COVID-19, you know, adaptability. That means how you adapt to with all the safe distancing and all the procedures, right? The protocols, you know, to be safe. Like how do you exercise? How do you play sports? In terms of you know, being safe and being healthy at the same time. So that's the J curve. The J curve gets a lot of mentions, right? So that's another aspect of it. And then another thing is also mental well-being and motivation, right? So that's a big thing as well, you know. And one of the things, how many do you want to guess how are people more active now, or are people not active right now that is COVID? Can anyone guess?
I have no idea actually.
Okay, what do you think? We will get a couple of people to say, okay? Eh?
Yes.
Okay, Anira, put me back on show my face here. Show my face here. Okay,
yes,
just get 3%, okay? All right, just get 3%. What's your idea? Is it like people get well, okay, maybe what I should say is that we ask you, okay?
Okay.
You. Okay, we ask you. Are you more active now? Or are you not active now?
Okay. I would like to say that I think I will active now.
More active now than before?
Yeah. I learned so much aerobic dance, you know.
All right. I
In
know a lot of
YouTube.
people learn many things during this COVID time online, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So how about the rest? How about the rest? Are you more active now, or are you not active now?
Okay, I think let's see. How about our moderator here?
Yeah. Let's ask the moderator here.
Okay, so I am active in working, but probably not exercising.
Okay. One more. Okay. Who wants to share whether you're more active now, or go.
Okay. Who wants to participate?
Okay. I need okay, go. Any man wants to give your ideas? Now we have two ladies. I want two men to answer. Two gentlemen to answer. Anyone? Anira, just call anyone.
How about Burhan Hambali? Pak Burhan, are you there?
Pak Burhan. Is he listening?
I don't know.
Actually, I'm trying to find someone who activate the camera, but no one except us.
You know something? Okay. One of the research I did in Singapore, okay, about weight management. All right. Okay. The research, or one of the polls I actually put up was, okay, are you exercising more, or are you exercising less during COVID? Okay. Okay. Do you put on more weight, or do you lose weight? All right. So what do you think the answer is? Okay. Do you think they put on more weight, or do they lose weight?
I think it definitely put more weight.
I'm more weight.
All right. Yes. Spot on. That is the when I put up the polls, everybody was replying, and then the answer was like, yeah, I put on more weight. And then they even say, yeah, ini lebaran ya. Ada kuih muih ini. Sekarang ini government di sini kan enggak buka lagi. So only 2% can go to our house. So we cannot travel outside. So now got kuih banyak. Jadi enggak ada orang yang habiskan ya. Jadi kita terpaksa habiskan gitu. Alright.
Correct, really correct.
Yeah, you see. So because kita enggak mau membazir kan. Jadi at the end of it, people eat the food that they buy for the untuk orang yang datang kan. Jadi nggak ada orang datang yang makan sendiri kan, gitu. Jadi so that's the thing. I found out, okay, in my research that they put on weight. All right. So what I did was I actually did 2 seasons of weight loss by virtual. All right. So if any one of the lecturers is listening here, I want to invite, okay, all the lecturers here, maybe to do a collaboration, okay, maybe UPI and ECU and DD in Singapore to do a weight, a 3 months weight program, okay, get people to come on on our platform, online platform, and then after that we track whether they lose weight. Because the one in Singapore I did, okay, there's the first one I did 20 people. The second was also I did 20 people. All of them lost weight. All. Okay. So what I did was I actually the rundown of the program is there's an element of food, there's an element of exercise, there's an element of psychology. So all of them has lost weight. All of them. And the highest weight have lost is actually about 25 kilos.
Okay, Dr. Didi, can I sign me in? Can you sign me
Yeah,
up?
I want to join I want to join as participant.
Oh yes. Okay, I'm looking forward to have you guys. Okay, drop me a text.
Thank you.
Okay, drop me a text. Okay, maybe all of you can find out who's interested and all that. And then I'm asking, okay, Anira and Rita and Nisa. Maybe can you help me? Maybe you can ask the lecturers, the dosen, okay, how many of them wants to kolaborasi dengan Didi untuk membuat research ini, okay? So that like we have participants, right? Okay, siapa angkat tangan yang mau masuk sebagai partisipasi? Angkat tangan ya. Oke,
Okay,
ya kan?
me.
Udah ada kan? Saya udah ada 3 ini. Oke, yang lain mungkin ada. Kan? Jadi yang lain.
Isha, are you sure that you're going to lose your weight? I think you're okay.
Right. So saya akan adakan orang dari Singapura, ya. Jadi juga participants daripada UPI ya, mungkin daripada UPI, ya. Jadi berapa orang itu? Jadi mungkin daripada untuk 3 bulan kita track. Jadi daripada situ boleh menjadikan mereka sebagai role model juga. Jadi dalam masa yang sama kita dapat teliti dengan telitinya go into the research. Okay, and then this one can come out as a research paper. Kolaborasi antara UPI and Didi.
All right.
Yeah.
So then how about the participant? Do you have any like criteria? Yes.
Okay, ada kriteria ada. Mesti obese ya, obese.
Okay.
Mesti obese. Siapa yang enggak
Elimination.
Okay, so probably I'm obese.
Siapa yang enggak obese ya, perlu obese dulu.
Okay.
Sebelum masuk. Okay, perlu obese.
And how about the age?
The age, I think we are open.
Okay.
Maybe up to 40 years old, maybe.
Okay.
Right? I think that's how many participants in UPI? I don't think as old as 40, right? The students and all that.
No. The student is below 21, 22 for the bachelor,
22,
but
right?
In master or PhD,
postgraduate, probably some of them are over 40.
Postgraduate and all that. Yeah, we can go as high as maybe 45. No menopause, not menopausal yet. That means they must.
Okay.
If it's
okay,
if
so
it's
45
wanita,
is still okay.
Yeah, 45 is still okay. So untuk wanita is still memang kalau ada head okay lah, kan? Lagi satu ialah mungkin kalau ada masalah kesihatan juga perlu letakkan di situ supaya kami tahu. Ya. Jadi lagi satu perlu BMI obese, ya. BMI ya. Body
mass index. Yes. Body mass index.
Okay, ya itu. Ya. Dan lagi satu ialah perlu tuliskan ya, mungkin ada experience, mungkin ada pengalaman pernah turun berat badan ya dahulu ataupun enggak pernah belum pernah turun berat badan dahulu, dan apa yang dimakannya. Ya, mungkin makan mau makan jamu untuk kurus ya. Kan? Mau tahu juga apa dia makan ya, ataupun tidak makan langsung ke. Ada orang ya. Okay, one of the findings I found out, right? Just sharing with everyone. Do you know that some of them actually put on weight because they don't eat properly. They don't eat well. So that's the ones I found out. They don't eat their 3 meals a day at least. So they only eat 1 meal a day. So their body fat is higher. See, so that's one of the sharing I want to share with you. So again, like
so I get me wrong. I get myself wrong now.
What again?
So I get myself wrong. I didn't eat properly. I thought that doing diets is only take 1 meal a day. So that's wrong, right?
Yes, that's so wrong. Yeah, that's so wrong. And again, because I think when we're talking about our focus, yeah, when you eat 1 meal a day, the nutrients khasiat, ya, body ya, tubuh kurang khasiat untuk berfungsi dari segi fokus, alert, and then when you exercise you need energy, kan? Jadi jika enggak makan, jadi enggak bersantapan, gitu kan? Okay, ini bila cakap bersantapan, bila bicara bersantapan itu macam language raja-raja ya, beta bersantapan, gitu kan? Jadi kita beta ya, dan semua mesti bersantapan dengan betul ya untuk turun berat badan. Jadi so with regards to our presentation today, I want to end the presentation by inviting everyone to come together in a collaboration of research, whether be it weight management or any other research during these COVID pandemic times, because we know that COVID is going to be with us for a long time. All right. So we need to learn to live with it and to make our lives better with the things that we are having at the moment, you know, the online platform and all those kind of things, you know. So yeah, so again, can you show them, Anira, my last slide, I think.
Okay.
My last slide. Yep. Oh, all right. So that's my last slide, everyone. Okay. So that's me. I'm always contactable. You know me. Like I say, if you forget my name, if you forget me, just Google my name, DEE. Okay, everyone. Thank you very much. Terima kasih banyak-banyak kerana mendengar. Ya, supaya saya harap yang apa yang saya kongsi ini dapat manfaat kita semua ya.
Yes.
Okay, back to our moderator. Thank you very much.
Okay, you're very welcome. Thank you very much for your fruitful presentation, Dr. Didi. So I get a lot of insight today. So I hope you don't mind if I would like to ask permission to read a short summary of your presentation in Bahasa Indonesia to assist the audience in understanding the material before the Q&A session. So, Bapak Ibu yang terhormat, Dr. Didi memulai presentasi tadi dengan memaparkan mengenai kondisi pandemi COVID-19 yang dideklarasikan sebagai pandemi dunia oleh WHO pertanggal 11 Maret 2020. Kondisi saat ini, Dr. Didi mengungkapkan bahwa varian virus sudah berevolusi dan bermutasi dengan sangat cepat dan berdampak lebih parah, seperti misalnya di UK, kemudian di Afrika Selatan, Brazil, dan India yang memang lebih sering kita sebutkan sebagai kodenya. Jadi bukan asal negaranya. Sebagai bagian dari komunitas yang bergerak di bidang olahraga dan kesehatan, sudah saatnya kita mengambil peran untuk membantu masyarakat dalam menghadapi masa kenormalan baru, terlebih saat belum ditemukannya obat bagi COVID-19. Kesadaran bahwa kesehatan merupakan kondisi di mana kita berada dalam posisi yang tidak hanya perlu sehat secara fisik atau terbebas dari penyakit, namun juga perlu menjaga kesehatan secara mental serta hubungan sosial. Hal-hal yang bisa menjadi fokus perhatian kita sebagai komunitas peneliti di bidang kesegaran jasmani dan olahraga, kita bisa memfokuskan diri pada kondisi imunitas dalam latihan kesegaran jasmani dan olahraga. Dr. Didi juga menyebutkan bahwa telah terdapat hasil penelitian yang menunjukkan bahwa level latihan kesegaran jasmani yang bersifat moderate dapat bertahan selama 24 jam dan ini relatif lebih aman serta disarankan pada kondisi COVID karena olahraga yang berintensitas tinggi justru dikhawatirkan dapat melemahkan imunitas. Dr. Didi juga membahas mengenai peranan pengembangan olahraga komunitas terutama di masa COVID-19, di mana kita juga bisa melihat bahwa pertumbuhan olahraga e-sport, kemudian terjadinya beberapa penundaan event olahraga berkenaan dengan COVID-19. Beliau mendukung kebijakan penyekatan area secara lokal bukan secara nasional dengan berbagai pertimbangan seperti yang terjadi di Indonesia dan juga di Singapura. Dr. Didi sedang melakukan penelitian mengenai progres walking football di masa pandemi dan juga menawarkan tadi program diet bagi para penderita obesitas. Mungkin bisa terjalin kerjasama antara ECU dengan UPI di masa yang akan datang dan beliau juga menunggu partisipasi dari Bapak Ibu sekalian sebagai peserta. Kemudian ada beberapa olahraga yang disarankan meliputi olahraga di rumah, kemudian olahraga yang dibimbing melalui siaran televisi, kemudian adanya platform virtual, e-sport, dan penggunaan virtual reality, serta adanya bioinformatics dan biobank. So that is the summary of your presentation for today. So should we have some questions coming from the audience? I would like to invite for the participants to ask questions. So probably I'm going to call 3 audience to post their question. Please kindly mention your name and if you are students coming from UPI, probably you can mention that too. Okay. Do we have any question coming from the audience? Okay. Do we have any questions? Okay, I'm going to see for the chat. So no question. So no more questions. So probably we are going to ask for your. Oh, okay. So we have one question coming from Muhammad Naufa. So what do you think about the sport that usually only done in outdoor, but then we have Corona? So what should we do about that?
Okay.
Dr. Didi.
Alright. Okay, Muhammad Naufal. Okay, Muhammad Naufal. Thank you for that question. Okay, bagaimana pendapat Ibu tentang olahraga yang hanya biasa dilakukan di outdoor, tetapi di luar ada corona. Okay, alright. Okay, the thing is that I think very, very important. Okay, remember what I said just now in my presentation. At the moment, it is very important to keep everyone safe, right? It is not about to increase the athletics performance. That's secondary. That's second. Now the first important thing is to keep your athlete safe. So if it's outside, okay, number one, okay, if it's an individual sport, okay, so that means let's say you go out into the nature, you go and run alone, right? So you don't run in a group. Now that's still okay because you are alone, and even if you go out in groups, but it has to be really, okay, you have to follow the 3-meter distance apart, safe distancing, wear your mask if you are doing low intensity exercise, right? But if you are doing high intensity exercise, make sure that the safe distancing meters are even much further, you know. So important is to keep everyone safe. So again, individual sports is okay. That's why from iSport, right? Remember, it was a Wii sport last time, right? But right now it becomes an iSport. And iSport can be an nature sports. So if you go out in the nature, it's good. And another thing is that because if you go outdoor, you are recommended to exercise outdoor because the droplets there's more space. That's why, in Singapore, the gym is locked down because it's indoors. Sometimes because the environment, okay, the aircon system, the air circulation system is not very good, so that also affects, because that was what happened in Tan Tock Seng Hospital. Last few months, our COVID-19 numbers are quite low. Suddenly, okay, our Tan Tock Seng Hospital had a very high case of everyone getting the COVID-19. And it was found out that because the circulation of air in one of the wards was not good. So they had to lock down the whole hospital. Nobody can go to that hospital. And everyone who went to the hospital to visit people had to be quarantined for about 2 weeks. Cannot go out, you see. So again, it is very important. Number one, if you want to go outdoors, make sure that it's an individual sport. If you want to go community sports, make sure safe distancing. And then number 3 is that, okay, if you outdoor is okay, but always be very, very safe. Yeah, that's it. Okay, wear your mask. Yeah. Yes, Rita. Can't hear Rita. Rita is on mute, I think.
Yes, sorry about that.
Okay.
So another question coming from Jeffrey, if I'm not mistaken. So how to overcome our anxieties so that we can do our sport as usual by not overthinking on the COVID-19?
Oh yeah, okay. Now, Jeffrey, thank you, M. Jeffrey Maulana. Thank you for the question. Okay, bagaimana menangani rasa cemas kita agar bisa berolahraga secara umumnya dengan tidak memikir adanya COVID-19? Okay, actually, yes. I think the fact that we are at home, all right, online, and then we are so afraid to go out because COVID-19 is just waiting, So we are at home, right? So because we are at home, 4 walls dengan 4 dinding kan, jadi affects our mental, yes, right? So how do we menangani? Okay, number 1, you need to exercise. All right, you need to exercise. No matter what, you need to exercise because once you exercise, it brings up your confidence level. Okay, endorphins is given out, right? All right, even when you exercise at home, right? So you're afraid to go out, so you exercise at home, online. Okay, follow Didi on YouTube. Okay, so when you exercise, we always feel good after our exercise, right? I mean, berapa di antara kita semua ya, di antara kalian kan, jika bangun pagi-pagi, okay, rasa malas amat ya untuk bersenam, untuk berolahraga. Tetapi okay, enggak apa-apalah, kita push aja lah kan. Kita paksa diri kita untuk berolahraga. Okay, seorang diri mungkin di rumah ya, on YouTube, berdansa ke apa kan. Selepas itu pernahkah kita semua rasa, oh menyesal aku tadi berolahraga dong? Enggak ada kan?
No,
Ada
no,
kan?
no.
Yeah,
Never happened.
we feel good, you see. So that's one of the best things. Whenever you feel panic, whenever you feel, oh, you're thinking about COVID-19, oh my gosh, first of all, take good care of yourself. When you take good care of yourself, you become confident, and that's where you can take care of your family that you love. Yeah, you see? So remember, you have to stay healthy. Once you stay healthy, and then after that, when you go out, make sure you follow the protocols, the safe distancing, the wear mask, wash hands, be clean and all that. I think everything would be okay. Get your vaccination and all that. And I think sleep well, okay? Immunity jaga ya, imunitas ya, kena jaga. Mesti tidur dengan bagus ya. Mesti makan ya, jangan makan satu hari sekali. Okay? 3 kali ya.
Yes.
Dan juga mesti berolahraga. Dan juga pantas selalu ya FaceTime dengan teman-teman. Ya, okay? Untuk ketawa, riang dan sebagainya. Ya, itu saja dari saya.
Okay, thank you. Fully noted on 3 meals a day. Okay, one last question coming from Suhandi. Is there any sport that's special to support our immunity so that we can avoid the virus of COVID-19?
Okay, hang on. Let me see. Okay, I'm actually taking photos of you guys. So maybe
Oh, okay.
So maybe later, right, before we end, right? I think you if you can take photos from your computer, right, and then can send me, and then I'll put it up on my social media. Okay, Suhandi, terima kasih ya di atas soalannya. Apakah ada olahraga yang khusus guna menguatkan imun dalam tubuh supaya tidak terkena virus COVID-19? Okay, very good question. Okay, remember the keyword is the J curve. Okay, do moderate intensity, not high intensity. Okay, if you must do high intensity and all that, because I think some of us are runners, maybe some of us are marathon runners, has always been training very high intensity exercise. Suddenly, right, COVID already cannot do running, then what do? Don't tell me you only do 20 minutes of exercise, low moderate intensity, right? You will lose all your fitness, isn't it? Right, so what you need to do is do it when you need to do it at home, but make sure that you have enough recovery period. But most recommended at this moment, okay, is the moderate intensity exercise, where it's not high intensity, because that will compromise your immunity level. Okay, so again, because you see, remember I was asking you, if you do high intensity exercise, okay, your body, a lot of things break down in the body, so you need a longer time to recover. And that longer time when you need to recover, that's a very tricky time, that your immunity goes down a little bit lower. That's where I think a very dangerous, COVID can come, or your immunity very low, you tend to fall sick easily. Remember, when your immunity is low, you senang mendapat flu kan, demam, sesama kan, so same thing. Alright, and another thing, if you have cough, don't wait, jangan simpan batuk ya, simpan duit, okay. Ya, okay. Jangan simpan batuknya, pergi ke doktor. Ya, itu important. Kerana jika batuk nanti turun ini nanti terus dapat pneumonia. Yeah, okay. So go and see doctor. Okay. So
Thank you so much for that. And now it's actually 3:34 now in Indonesia, so probably in Singapore 4:34. Should you have any other question for the participant, probably you can follow Dr. Didi's social media, so you can probably DM her to ask your question to her. So thank you so much, Dr. Didi, once again for your interactive presentation today. So I feel so glad that I finally could meet you. Hopefully everything went well. Okay, stay safe and healthy. So ladies and gentlemen, we come to the end of the session. Once again, I would like to extend my gratitude and appreciation to Dr. Didi. So probably we can give her a very big applause. You can show your reaction. Thank you so much. Back to Icha. Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much, Miss Rita, and also thank you to our guest lecturer, Dr. Didi, for such a wonderful presentation. I believe we all get a new knowledge from the presentation. And ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, we have come to the end of today's Studium General. Thank you for participating today. Wabillahi taufiq wa hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Waalaikumsalam
Foto session dulu ya.
warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Don't forget,
Foto
okay.
session ya.
Foto session.
Yes, yes. Let's do our photo session. Don't forget.
Okay, I would like invite to all the participants to open your camera or switch on your video. Yep.
Because later, right, once you send me the photographs, I'm going to put it up on all my social media, and everyone
Okay.
who ask me a question
Great to
can
hear
always
that.
drop your question, okay? Now, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to give you love from Isi.
Ah, so sweet.
Yeah.
Okay, let me take a picture. Okay. First slide. 1, 2. Okay, the second slide. Okay, that's it.
Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Didi, for this.
Thank you very much,
Pleasure to meet
everyone.
Thank
you.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Dr. Didi.
Thank you.
Baik, untuk peserta silahkan diisi daftar hadirnya. Untuk linknya sudah di-share pada kolom chat. Terima kasih.
Sama-sama, Mbak.
Sama-sama, Teh.
Sama, Mbak.
Oke, jika sudah mengisi presentasinya, kami persilahkan untuk live.